Hey everybody, David here, and today I'm going to be talking about Gotham Season 3, Episode 1, Better Reign in Hell. And yes, it looks like hell is reigning over because Gotham is full of monsters right now. And first off, before I get into the my thoughts on this episode, I want to say that I am not going to be doing this for every episode. I just felt like doing it for this one because it is the first episode right out of the gates, and I want to start getting warmed up because I will be doing every episode of Arrow, The Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow. So if you watch any of those three shows, those shows I'll be doing every episode throughout the entire season. But Gotham, maybe once in a while, I might do an episode here and there, depending on what the episode is and maybe what character it introduces. And since this is the first one, I wanted to really start off with this one. And because I'm super excited for the new fall season to really begin. And this is the first show that has started that I'm really excited about. So let's get right into this. First of all, we got this entire season, Gordon is looking for Dr. Leslie Tompkins, and he finds her. Looks like she's already moved on with her life, and she's in a relationship with somebody else. And is that the end of her? Is that all we're going to see from her? I hope not, but I hope we get a little bit more on why she decided to move on. Did she think it was over? I mean, the last time she did see Gordon, he was being arrested and being put in prison. So, I don't know. I am liking that, Gordon is out there on the streets trying to look for all these monsters and taking them down one by one. I really enjoyed all of that with Gordon and Bullock. Bullock is a great character. I loved him since season 1, and I think he's grown into a tremendous character since then. I think all these characters have grown greatly throughout these first 2 seasons. The season 1 was a okay season. Season 2 improved greatly, and it looks like season 3 will be continuing what season 2 was doing, and I'm really excited to see what these monsters are. And we got a taste of a couple of them. And was Man-Bat one of those monsters? That was a really cool moment. We saw the guy with the bat wings. He was even making bat noises, which at first I was like, is that guy making bat noises? That sounds weirdly like a bat. And then the wings come out, and you're like, holy cow, is that Man-Bat? That was a really surprising, fun moment because there were rumors that Man-Bat was going to show up eventually. But is he Dr. Langstrom like he is in the comics? Is that like his alias? I don't know. They never really said anything about that. I think he was apprehended, right? Gordon caught him, and that was the last shot we saw of Man-Bat in the episode. Will we still see this character again pop up here and there, or was that just a nice little Easter egg to the fans? I don't know. And what about that character in the beginning of the episode? Was that Killer Croc in the beginning? I have no idea. He was like some lizard, but he had like scales on the back, like a lizard, like Godzilla or something. I don't know, but some of the monsters I know they're going to have to be limited on what they can do makeup-wise, because obviously we're not going to see a giant bat monster on the show, but we're going to see a human deformed with bat wings, which I guess for a television budget, it's fair enough. We'll let it slide and we'll let it go as long as it's handled nicely. And it seems like it's handled decently here. So I'm actually intrigued on what other monsters we're going to be seeing and how they'll handle them. I really enjoyed the Penguin. Penguin is back in this episode. Penguin has been my favorite character since the beginning. And he's grown into such a great character. And what does he want? He wants to find Fish Mooney and bring her down. I'm liking that. I want to see this rivalry between Penguin and Fish Mooney, which started right in the beginning of season 1. That's been a conflict for a long time, and now that Fish Mooney is back with powers, she's enjoying her powers, but there's a side effect. It looks like she's every time she uses her powers, something's going wrong. It's like she's dying, or she's feeling this pain now that's going on. And I like that Selena is with Fish Mooney, because kind of goes back to the end of season 1 when Selena was hanging out with Fish Mooney back then. So it's like, now that she's back, yeah, of course Selena's gonna hang out with her best girl. Speaking of best girl, we also have Poison Ivy, or she's not Poison Ivy yet, but I think she's going to be. It's pretty obvious by the way it ended there, where we heard that there's going to be an adult actress now taking over for Poison Ivy, and now I can see why, because the guy who looks like he can, when he touches people, he can turn them old. He touched her for a little bit. He touched Ivy for a little bit, and Ivy fell into the water of chemicals, I guess, and she's going to transform. It looks like it. So I'm very curious to see how they'll handle Ivy the next time we see her. I'm very curious about that. But I so far, and it's funny too because that character of Ivy, I think, has been wasted in the first 2 seasons. She just pops up once in a while, and like, hey, I'm still here, guys. And now this season, especially in this episode, I felt like, okay, it seems like they're going to be taking her somewhere for sure this time, because she was used a little bit more, especially at the end there with Selena, losing her and crying over her. We see that they are finally doing something with Ivy. And we have this Bruce Wayne, emo Bruce Wayne clone running around all over the place. What's up with that? I don't know what this clone is or what he's all about, but he clearly seems to want to know more about Bruce Wayne. So whatever he knows right now, I'm guessing he doesn't know enough. But he does know his name, so that's a start. But every scene we've seen him in, there were literally 2 scenes where he just, when we're introduced to him, and then when we see him again on the rooftop, when the real Bruce Wayne and Selena are talking, he does this shot where he turns around, and he has this, and his hair is like blowing in the wind. I kind of laughed at that because I thought it was a little funny. Very cliche, if you will, where the guy looks at the camera and his hair is blowing in the wind. And what else? Bruce Wayne in this episode, man. He knows something's going on in his company, and it looks like the company, or the Court of Owls, is onto him, and now they captured him at the end there after Alfred had a little brawl with somebody. Alfred's been knocked out and Bruce has been kidnapped, leading us into whatever else is coming this season. And then finally, I gotta mention this one too, Barbara and her, I forgot the girl's name, who was the sister of Galavan last season. We'll just call her Tabitha for now. She looks like they own a bar together, and Barbara is still crazy. I'm telling you, Barbara... I said at the end of season 1, Barbara was nuts, and I said from that point on, they have to turn her evil. I don't care. And I was even half joking, that they should just make her a female Joker. They should go with it. Go make her the Joker of this series. But now I'm thinking, wait a minute, because there was an episode last season where Jerome was in, funny enough, and he's coming back this season, where she felt kind of like a Harley Quinn type character, and now I'm thinking, wait a minute, she could be that Harley Quinn type character again, especially the way she's giving nicknames to, like, how she gave a nickname to Penguin. She didn't call him Penguin, she called him Ozzy, like, hey Ozzy, and I thought that was interesting because... that could be sort of the start and the clue that she will be Harley Quinn of this series. And I'll be okay with that because, seriously, the character from season 1 is long gone. From that first episode, the pilot episode of Gotham, she is a totally different character now. And they should just embrace it and say, okay, Gotham is a different universe. It has... we're inspired by the comics, but we're not the comics. We're going to do something completely different with these characters. And this is the best way to go with Barbara, I think. I think they should just go with it, see what happens, have fun with it, because I've been enjoying Barbara a lot more since season 2. And now this season, I'm liking what I've already seen in this episode. So I'm very happy that they're embracing the craziness of Barbara and just go with it. Make her, we know Jerome's coming back. Make her Harley Quinn. Make her stand by Jerome's side. We know it's going to happen. She had the hots. She kind of had a flirtation for Jerome, even though he's a little bit too young for him, I think. Whatever, just go for it. They're both nuts. It's a perfect match. So, guys, I am going to say that I really enjoyed this episode. Tell me what you guys think of the episode. Did you really enjoy it? I thought it was a good start to already a good season. And I'm looking forward to see how this season evolves. And stay tuned to my channel, because who knows, maybe there's an episode I really want to talk about, and I will eventually. Or by the end of the season for sure, I will give my final thoughts on the entire season as a whole. But once in a while, there has to be those episodes that I really want to talk about. So with that being said, guys, subscribe to my channel, like this video, especially if you agree with me. Comment below and tell me your thoughts on this episode. And check me out on Twitter, Facebook, and whatever else I have. And until next time, take care.